Buckle up, everybody, because today we are going deep into a topic that is changing so fast, it's hard to even keep up.
And it's getting into every corner of our lives now.
It really is. Today we're going to be looking at AI and spirituality.
Wow. Yeah.
We've got some excerpts here from a piece about how AI and even AGI, that's artificial general intelligence, are changing how people connect with spirituality.
This is a big one.
It really is. It's going to be a fascinating deep dive. So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
I think a really easy way to start wrapping our heads around this is to imagine something like a meditation app.
Okay.
But instead of just like a guided meditation, this has an AI component.
Right.
And it's actually giving you feedback on your focus and your breathing. And it's analyzing your voice in real time to figure out how to get you to deeper states of relaxation.
So it's like a personalized guide.
Yeah, almost like a spiritual coach, right?
Yeah, but in your pocket.
Exactly. But that raises some interesting questions. Like, on the one hand, you could get a much deeper understanding of your own progress.
Right? Like imagine if this app tracks all your sessions and sees patterns you don't even realize.
Exactly. And then it could suggest adjustments based on your goals.
Wow.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, but are we losing something there?
Well, that's the question, right? Like, is this reliance on technology kind of overshadowing the real point of spiritual practice?
Right.
Which is that quiet introspection.
Right.
And it kind of feels like a shortcut, you know?
Right.
Like maybe you're getting there faster.
But did you really earn it?
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it gets even wilder when we start talking about AGI, artificial general intelligence, as a spiritual advisor.
I mean, that's really next level.
It is. Imagine having a deep conversation about philosophy
Okay.
with an AI that's read every ancient text.
From every tradition.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
Or imagine exploring these big existential questions that we all have
Yeah.
with this super smart AI guide.
Or even coming up with your own belief system
Right.
with its help.
It's really something.
Right.
But can an AI ever really understand what spirituality really is?
Right.
You know, it's all about personal growth and experience and connection to something bigger than ourselves.
That you can't really program.
Exactly. Can a machine ever really get that?
Big questions. And it feels like we're just at the beginning of trying to answer them.
Yeah. And it's not even just about personalized guidance.
Right.
The source material that we're looking at is saying that AI could also make spiritual knowledge available to more people.
That's right. Like, think about if we had digital archives of all the sacred texts from all these different traditions,
Right.
and we could translate them instantly into any language.
What anyone could read them.
Exactly. And understand them. And I mean, that would be incredible for cross-cultural understanding.
Wow.
And there's more. Imagine being able to visit any sacred site
Oh, wow.
anywhere in the world.
Virtually, you mean?
Yeah.
That's wild.
It doesn't matter where you live or if you can't travel.
Or, you know, maybe if you have a physical disability, that makes travel difficult.
Exactly. It opens up this whole new way of connecting with these important places.
That would be really amazing.
Yeah.
But could we be losing something there too?
It's a good question.
You know, if it's that easy to access everything, do we still value it? And are we missing the cultural and historical depth?
That's a big one too.
Yeah. The things that make those practices so meaningful in the first place.
Right.
And, you know, speaking of understanding these things better, I thought this was really fascinating. Using AI to analyze spiritual phenomena.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you even do that?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is. I mean, these are such personal experiences.
How can you possibly measure that?
Right. So how do you even begin?
Well, think about it this way. AI is really good at analyzing huge amounts of data.
Okay.
What if we used it to look at the brain waves of thousands of people while they're meditating?
Okay.
EEG data, right? We could see if there are patterns. Like, are there brainwave patterns that show up when people feel transcendence?
Wow.
Or a sense of connection to everything?
So we could finally have scientific proof that this is more than just relaxing.
Right, exactly. And we could start to understand the real mechanics behind these experiences.
That's really amazing.
And maybe even validate ancient spiritual practices with hard science.
That would change a lot. But then I wonder, are we oversimplifying things?
It's worth thinking about for sure.
You know, if we reduce these really profound experiences down to just brainwaves and data, are we missing the point?
The forest for the trees.
Exactly.
It's all about balance, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we want to understand these things better.
Of course.
But we can't lose sight of how personal and powerful they are.
Exactly. And sometimes you can't measure that.
So it really seems like all this is leading us to redefine what spirituality means. in this age of AI.
Like, what is the divine? What does it mean to connect with something bigger than yourself? And what does it even mean to be human?
And as AI gets smarter and more capable.
It's only going to get more complicated.
Yeah.
I mean, think about this. What if an AI could perfectly reproduce that feeling of spiritual connection?
Okay.
Would it matter that it's coming from a machine and not a person?
That's a tough one.
Really makes you think, doesn't it? About what we believe and why.
It does. And does it even have to come from a living being?
Right. Could divinity exist in a consciousness that's artificial?
These are such huge questions.
And it feels like AI is forcing us to ask them.
So that was a truly mind-blowing deep dive into AI and spirituality.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. It seems like we're at a crossroads with so much exciting potential, but also big challenges and ethical questions.
Yeah, and we can't ignore the risks.
Exactly. And as we move forward, we need to be really thoughtful about how we use these tools.
And how they change us.
Because they will change us. I think that's pretty clear.
Right. Like, if an AI can make you feel a spiritual connection, would it matter where it came from?
What would that say about your own beliefs?
That is a question worth thinking about as we go deeper into this world of AI and spirituality.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for having me.